so we all know that Mission Impossible 2 was the inferior to its predecessor and was met with mixed reviews from critics. But however, J.J. Abrams' Mission Impossible 3 has managed to improve critics. Mission Impossible 3 is an American action spy film co-written and directed by J.J. Abrams, in his directorial debut, co-written by Alex Kurtzman and Roberto Orci, and co-produced by and starring Tom Cruise in the role of IMF agent Ethan Hunt. It is the third installment in the Mission Impossible film series, following 2000's Mission Impossible 2. A man named Owen Davian kills an IMF agent that was sent undercover by the legendary Ethan Hunt, who has retired from combat missions. Hunt now has a fiancée, Julia, who believes that he works for the traffic department when he really trains younger IMF agents to go into combat. He is assigned to his last mission. His mission, should he choose to accept it, is to capture Davian, who is selling a toxic weapon called the Rabbit's Foot. But Davian is reckless, cruel, and deathly. He promises Hunt that he will find Julia, hurt her, and Ethan will be too dead to help her. The mission is no more different to others. It's dangerous, smart, and very impossible, but now it's personal. 13 reasons will be given why it rocks. 1. This is the dark take in the Mission series, a major departure from the first two films. 2. It is an improvement to what made the two films decently. It has a lot of fun, good moments, and action sequences to the point where it feels more like a Mission Impossible film. It also serves even more charm, or hearts, from the previous films, whatever can exist. 3. Reprising roles such as Tom Cruise and Ving Rhames gave great performances as always alongside the new, and exclusive to the film, characters. The film introduces Benji Dunn, Simon Pegg, an IMF technician. While he only had a supporting role here in the film, he later on went into being a major character and one of Ethan's trusted friends in the later films. 4. Philip Seymour Hoffman does a very great job in his role as Owen Davian, the villain for this film. He is an intelligent, ruthless, elusive, sadist psychopath who wreaks havoc to the public and loves to antagonize Ethan. 5. It is very, very faithful to the source material very well, just like the previous two films. If not, even more. 6. A big change and additions for Ethan's character from the last film. We get to see a much more personal side and his emotions are explored more. 7. Tons of exciting action sequences, such as the opening escape scene. In addition, there is an unexpected scene where a convoy of vehicles gets attacked at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge by a group of former Commando Spezialkräfte operators turned mercenaries deploying a UAV drone who has been hired to locate and extract Davian from IMF custody, and Davian escapes. 8. The pacing is fast and consistent, fitting for a Mission Impossible film very well. 9. Excellent soundtrack that was performed by Michael Giacchino, which it still uses the Mission Impossible theme song like the previous films used. High's jazzy, brassy 60s styled take combined with chaotic and horror/thriller-like tones fits with the film very well like a glove. No surprise since Giacchino is a frequent collaborator with J.J. Abrams. 10. The cinematography is beyond top-notch. 11. Director J.J. Abrams gave good directing skills and following the elements from the TV show of the same name. His direction for this film is what sets it apart from the rest of the other installments. 12. The final sequences for this film is decent and almost unique to the series. This is the only film in the series where Ethan finishes the mission without his repertoire team of field agent members supporting him. And lastly, 13. This film is what sets the bar for the entire series. Whilst it is the lowest grossing installment in this series, the film being received well more than the two films is the start of a major success for this franchise. This walked so Ghost Protocol and its later, and upcoming, installments can run. Just to remind you, the Secretary will disavow any knowledge of your actions by some 3 bad qualities. 1. There are some product placements throughout the movie, such as 7-Even, Oreo cookies, etc. 2. Plot hole. When Davian is hanging headfirst out of a moving plane in the face of a deafening roaring wind, he still manages to hear Luther call Ethan by name inside the plane. And lastly, 3. The film has a mixed reputation with the fans of the film series. The film received very positive reviews from critics, audiences, and fans of the series and the first two films. On the film critics aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, Mission Impossible 3 received 71% positive reviews from critics, with an average of 6.6, based on 224 reviews. The site's critical consensus reads, "Fast-paced, with eye-popping stunts and special effects, the latest Mission Impossible installment delivers everything an action fan could ask for. A thrilling summer popcorn flick." It holds a similar rating on Metacritic, with an average score of 66/100, indicating generally favorable reviews based on a normalized average of 42 reviews. It was the best-reviewed Mission Impossible film until 2011's Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol, which it received even well-received than the third one.